Hey, it's NPR's Book of the Day. I'm Andrew Limbong. We are creatures of constant awe. That's a line from a poem by U.S. poet Laureate Ada Limón titled In Praise of Mystery. It was recently adapted into a picture book featuring these gorgeous illustrations by Peter Sís of stars and the sky. Because that's the other thing about this poem. It's etched onto a spacecraft that is headed towards Jupiter, which made me think about the function of a poem like this. It works as an artifact of us, right? A way of telling whoever finds it something about us. But I think it also works as a reminder to us of what we can be. I don't know, that's just my takeaway from the poem. Limón spoke with NPR's Louise Kelley about it and what it's like having a poem sent to space. That's coming up.
This message comes from Capital One, offering commercial solutions you can bank on. Now more than ever, your business faces unique challenges and opportunities. That's why Capital One offers a comprehensive suite of financial services, all tailored to your short and long-term goals. Backed by the strength and stability of a top 10 commercial bank, their dedicated experts work with you to build lasting success. Explore the possibilities at CapitalOne.com/commercial, a member FDIC.
When NASA's Europa Clipper blasts off later this month, it'll be headed for Jupiter's fourth largest moon, Europa. That is a voyage of 1.8 billion miles towards an icy moon, searching for conditions suitable for life. Well, on board will be scientific and technical gear, and also a poem. And that is where U.S. poet laureate Ada Limón comes in. Ada Limón, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
So there is a poem engraved on this spaceship. It is yours. It's titled In Praise of Mystery. And we're going to hear it in a minute, but I want to first hear the story. It was specially commissioned by whom? When? How did this come about?
Yes, I was actually at the Library of Congress when we got the invitation from NASA, and I have always been a fan of stars. You know, poets are always a fan of stars.
Yeah.
And planets and moons. And I immediately said yes. And then, of course, panicked that I would actually have to write the poem.
Yes.
And I had this, 1 minute of absolute elation at the possibility. And then, a dreadful return to Earth. About the practicality of trying to write something that would go along with this incredible mission.
Yeah, be worthy of being out there in the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I suppose, too, usually when you're writing a poem, you're going to put it out into the world soon. This had to be a poem with staying power, because I gather even if everything goes fabulously to plan, the Clipper won't enter Jupiter's orbit until 2030, by which point, who knows what may have happened back here on planet Earth.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating experience to be writing a poem, but also processing future time. I'm someone that tries very much to live in the present and to think about what will happen in the approximately 6 years it will take to reach the orbit. I feel it's easy to get lost in the possibilities of where we might be in 6 years.
Yeah. I suppose you also usually know who your audience will be. It will be, people here on Earth. And without getting into who knows what alien life is out there, but the thought of putting it out so many billions of miles, I wonder how you go about thinking about that.
Yeah, I think for that experience, I really had to delve in again to the idea of who we are here on this earth. And I wanted to point to the best of us. And as we know, that's not always easy to do. But that was really what I wanted to do, which was to lean on what I see as some of our best intentions and who we are at our most decent human core.
Have you actually gotten to see it etched on the spacecraft?
I didn't get to see it etched on the spacecraft, but I did get to see the vault plate itself. It's etched in my own handwriting, which adds to this element of the human endeavor of the poem and the mission. And so I did get to see it, and I am laughing that I tried to touch it. And, NASA doesn't like you to touch things. This is what I've learned.
I want to ask about the book because you are putting the poem out here on Earth in the form of a children's book. It is illustrated by Caldecott Honor winner Peter Sís. As a poet, is that the first time you have had a book of yours illustrated?
It is. It's the first picture book that I will have, and I've been sort of blown away by this collaboration. Peter Sís is just a marvel, and when he sent back the images, I just gasped because it felt like he was in my mind, in my imagination. As soon as I saw them, I was really moved to tears, and partly it was, if you read my work, you'll know that I'm obsessed with trees. And in the pages, there's one moment where all of these drops of water are falling, and inside each of the drops, there's a tree.
Well, the images are beautiful. They, in my mind, reminded me of a Van Gogh, very Starry Night looking swirls
Absolutely.
and blue and gorgeous. Ada Limón, without further ado, would you read it to us?
I'd be happy to. In praise of mystery, arching under the night sky, inky with black expansiveness, we point to the planets we know. We pin quick wishes on stars. From Earth we read the sky as if it is an unerring book of the universe, expert and evident. Still, there are mysteries below our sky. The whale song, the songbird singing its call in the bough of a wind-shaken tree. We are creatures of constant awe, curious at beauty, at leaf and blossom, at grief and pleasure, sun and shadow. And it is not darkness that unites us, not the cold distance of space, but the offering of water. Each drop of rain, each rivulet, each pulse, each vein. Oh, second moon, we too are made of water, of vast and beckoning seas. We too are made of wonders, of great and ordinary loves, of small, invisible worlds, of a need to call out through the dark.
Ada Limón, thank you.
Thank you.
Ada Limón is the United States Poet Laureate. Her poem, In Praise of Mystery, is etched on the NASA spacecraft headed for Jupiter's moon, Europa.
Support for NPR and the following message come from Rosetta Stone, the perfect app to achieve your language learning goals no matter how busy your schedule gets. It's designed to maximize study time with immersive 10-minute lessons and audio practice for your commute. Plus, tailor your learning plan for specific objectives like travel. Get Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off and unlimited access to 25 language courses. Learn more at rosettastone.com/NPR. Support for NPR and the following message come from Rosetta Stone, the perfect app to achieve your language learning goals no matter how busy your schedule gets. It's designed to maximize study time with immersive 10-minute lessons and audio practice for your commute. Plus, tailor your learning plan for specific objectives like travel. Get Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off and unlimited access to 25 language courses. Learn more at rosettastone.com/NPR. This message comes from NPR sponsor Capella University. Capella's programs teach skills relevant to your career so you can apply what you learn right away. See how Capella can make a difference in your life at capella.edu.